have been thinking of making a very rough decision in your life, and you might be thinking, I will do this today, I will do this tomorrow, and you can't do it. You just can't do it. You can't pull yourself together and say, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to tell you how to fix it. Okay, so first of all, what you have to realize is your brain is not familiar with that thing. Suppose many people have gym anxiety, that they can't go to gym alone and they want to join a gym, but they think, yeah, what will happen there if people corrected my form, if people said, yo, your form is very bad, your form is very bad. Nobody says that, but yeah, no, your form is very bad, you are doing this wrong. They feel the embarrassment of it, and that's why they don't go to the gym. And let me take this example for this, the gym thing. If you don't go to the gym, what will happen? Tell me, what will happen if you don't go to the gym? You will stay weak. You will stay the, let's just say, skinny guy or the fat guy. Okay, and even even if somebody corrected your form, it doesn't hurt. It will only make things better. You know why? Think of it. You know why? Because you will get less injuries and you will train more and you will get more muscle. Because if you do real forms of some exercises, I love bent over rows. I love that exercise. And when I started doing it, I was doing it in a wrong form. And I think like, no, I don't want to do this exercise. This exercise is for not, I'm not gonna say the name, but I just said something. I just said something that is not very politically correct. Okay, I just said that in my mind. In my mind. Okay. So what you have to do is to make a decision today. Today, is you just have to be brain dead. You don't have to think in 1,000 ways. You don't have to think in 2,000 ways. If this is something, if this is something that is logical, like you are thinking of, let's just say, kicking somebody out of your property, not that property, but on your will. You are an older guy, you have a, like, let's just say, sibling, brother, and you think, I'm gonna give him some of my property, and you are thinking, no, I'm not gonna give him, and you have said to him, yeah, that you will give his property, and it is in the will of you or whatever, like your son has to get the property, something like that. You have the will and you don't want to give the property to your son, and your son knows about it. So you might be thinking, no, I don't want to do that. He's a degenerate. I don't want to give him property. I will donate it or I will just spend it myself. How to make that decision? Because at that is a perfect example, because all the things come in that decision. First of all, there is social pressure. In India, there is a lot of social pressure in that types of things. People will say, yo, this dude father didn't give him anything. People will say that this dude father didn't give him anything and kept him poor. You would be thinking, is my kid gonna stay poor forever? You might be thinking that. And after that, it would be like your, let's just say, your friend's son would be saying, yo, your dad hasn't given you any money, my father gives me a lot of money. That's the thing. The third thing is your wife, or yeah, your wife, it would be your wife. Okay, your wife would be saying, don't do this, don't do this and that. Your father would be saying something. You can't make a decision because there is too much leverage on you and you are under too much pressure, but you have to make the decision, because in the end, you are the owner of your whole life. Okay, let me tell you one thing. When that day arrives, when you are gonna know that you will die in 1 hour, 2 hour, 30 minutes, like some of you die very brutal, you die very brutal, let's just say, you get deleted very brutally. You are driving a car and you get accident. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. But for most of the people that don't get deleted in that way, what happens to them is they will know that in 1 or 2 hour I will die. And at that moment you will realize that you could have done anything, and if people said that, you could have said, this is my life, I'm gonna do it. And you might be thinking, this is a very liberal way of thinking. That's what women says to their father when they are converging from teenage to adulthood, like 18th birthday, they would say that thing. But as a man, most people are forgetting about that you can control your own life, and it is your life, not somebody else. And The day you realize this, it will solve a lot of your problems, because it is very simple advice. Everybody knows that, but nobody follows that. You know why? Because they are afraid. And I am not blaming you to be afraid, because you will be afraid. I understand your point. You will be afraid, because everybody has heard the story that when a baby elephant was kept in a cage, or like a rope was tied around his head, a very weak rope. When he was a kid, he wasn't able to break it and run free, I would say. But as he got adult, he even stopped trying, and he's still afraid of that little rope that he can just break in a snap. Okay, you need to realize that, like, it's not your problem, but it is your responsibility. You have to take action now, and if you don't take action, don't worry, chill out, stay at your home, enjoy being a loser, and miss out all the life has to offer. And life has to offer a lot, trust me, life has to offer a lot. You can meet new people, you can meet new business partners, you can meet new executives for your company, you can meet new investors, you can meet everybody in your whole life. And you are thinking that people will judge me. They will not judge you. And even if they, what happens at the end? And I'm not saying to do any crazy thing because of this, like, people is not going to judge me, so I'm just going to go to a bank and say, give me the money. No, don't do that. Do ethically, morally, and law binding everything. Okay, don't go to into that trap. Okay, so if you want to take action, just do that. Just be brain dead and take action. Just be brain dead, take action, don't think about it too much. Just take action. And most of your decisions are basically solved by that. You want to go to the gym, just be brain dead and go to the gym. You want to approach a girl, just be brain dead and approach a girl. You want to pitch an investor, or you want to just ask for somebody's money, your pitch is already in your mind or in your paper. Most of you have pitches on your paper, and everybody has that. Like, most of you, not everybody has pitches on their paper. You are asking payment from a client, you get that anxiety that I'm going to ask him and he's going to say something. Ask that, be brain dead. Tell me one thing. Suppose, let's take example of the client paying you. Suppose the client has to pay you some money, and you're thinking, yeah, let me delay it by 1 day, 2 day. You know what will happen? What will happen? If he has to pay, he will pay that day you asked. And if he don't want to pay, and he has no intention of paying you, you can never ask him and he will never pay you. But what will happen is, you will have the hope that he will pay you, and you will suffer a lot mentally. I'm not saying you will suffer a lot mentally, but some people do, because they are not just man enough. But some people really suffer because they have the thing in their mind that the money is theirs now, and until it hits your bank, it is not your money. Just that. That's how you make decisions, and make decision quick, because even if you make quick decisions, even if you make worse decision, you can correct them. Okay, see you in the next one.